welcome to another episode of the Wolf Talk podcast. Today we've got another special guest on, a boxer, an advocate for neurodiversity. We've got CORRIE Mustafa. How's it going, mate?
Amazing, brother. How are you today?
We're good, mate, all good.
Good.
You've got
Yeah, man.
busy times coming up. You've got a fight tomorrow.
Fight tomorrow, fight the week after. 8 more planned this year, man. Looking forward to it.
How, how,
Oh.
how come you've got so many lined up?
I thought to myself, last year I'd done 2. I ended up losing. I said, take the ball by the horns. Either go the deep end or don't do it at all, sink or swim. And up until the build up now, it's just been consistent, man. I feel not fighting as much as I'm going to now means my camp's inconsistent, and I feel I go into a low state with my training. Whereas now I'm optimal. Well, obviously tomorrow will tell, but I feel optimal right now, so it's gonna be good. And I want to keep myself busy. I don't like sitting still,
Well, that's it.
to be honest.
When you've got a fight lined up, you know you're training to your maximum. You got something to work towards, haven't you?
Exactly, exactly. And I feel like train hard, fight easy is the biggest statement I could say for that. I can't even go into detail. There's so much. I'd be in the gym from like 11 p.m. till 4 a.m. That's my kind of training times with one of my coaches. And like it's nothing prepares you for them late nights, and you forge yourself by fire. And that's what I'm doing. I've torn myself to pieces this entire well, since last November, since that loss in last November, I've torn myself to pieces, and yeah, we're here and I'm ready. I cannot wait.
That's a
I
good.
really cannot wait.
That's the good thing. As I always say to people, you can take a loss as long as you learn from it.
Lesson, not even a loss. Take it as a lesson. Like my first fight, all due respect to the opponent, I had 2 weeks training with an amazing coach. Big respect to Ildi. But before that, I had nothing. I had a charity fight under my belt. The guy had 4 fights, and I went in there. I took him off his feet at one point. Like I went to ropes, but being inexperienced, I couldn't finish the job. I lost due to having not much in my arsenal. Second fight, my head went. That was my lesson about my mental well-being to keep myself in check before I get in. Now everything's wrapped up and I'm here and I'm ready. So we'll see. We'll
Where are
see.
you next couple of fights?
Next couple of fights. I am in St. Albans Combat Centre tomorrow, which is obviously Hertfordshire, where I'm from, um, under Martial Promotions. I am on the Future of Boxing on the 7th of March in Kingston Circuit, which is, I'm very excited. It's my debut on there. I'll be with Fight Zumi this year. I'll be with Martial Promotions this year. Probably a few more future boxing events. And maybe if I can't meet the bracket, I'll go jump on the King of the Ring up in Manchester. But I'm taking it this year, man. Any opportunity I get, I'm grabbing it. I'm grabbing it.
That's it. You've obviously got the boxing. Where does the neurodiversity side come from? Why are you an advocate?
So, so before I get on to like how boxing includes with it, I'm obviously Corey. I've got ADHD, Asperger's, and Tourette's. Whilst growing up, obviously, back when I'm 26 years of age, once I was younger, it wasn't as studied upon. So you were just different and outcasted. And yeah, I feel like me having my journey and obviously boxing being the platform for it, I feel like a lot of young people, as well as for youth application, can take parts and inspiration from it and potentially have a different kind of life, showing that here's other routes other than obviously hospital. Some people get hospitalized, some people get put in a care system, parents can't deal with their children who have all these certain disabilities. And I'm doing this to show that I've gone through that system. My mum obviously, and my stepdad and my family have supported me hand on heart, but being young at that age, having being bullied in school, having what I had wrong with me, the current state of medication and the care system in the UK, it was difficult. And I was put in a care system, and I've been in places where I wouldn't even wish my worst enemy. Like I've been on the edge of bridges, I've been in front of train tracks, and yeah, I just want to show people that I can do it. Why can't you? And that's it. I want to inspire people, and I want people to know there's always light in the darkness, no matter how dark it seems.
No, it's a great message to put out there. I mean, I know a bit about it. I've got 6 children, all six of
Very
them.
busy. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. TV was broke on them days. No, all 6 of them have got neurodiversity of some form. We've got Asperger's, ADHD in here, autism. So I
I can
I,
imagine it's difficult, but You wouldn't change it, would you?
No, because they come with their own individual identity and personality. Like you said, though, it's starting to get lightened up a bit now, but there wasn't much growing up. If you was different, you was just different. Uh,
You were the
it,
weird kid. You were the back then. You were the weird kid in school. Bear in mind, my last years of school was when they stopped doing letters. So I was the last year to do letters for your GCSEs. So bear in mind, that's when everyone transferred to academies where there's a lot more neurodiversity acceptance, there's a lot more mental health advocacy, a lot more understanding. Whereas when I was there, there was help in place. There was just starting to be help and preparements made. But school was the reason I was such a not an angry child, but such a head case, and I was so stressful towards my family. The bullying was immense. But you know what? Like, I don't say it for people to take pity on me. I know I look sad because obviously for me it's a very sad subject. It makes me I'm a very emotional person. Yeah, I come across a warrior, boxer, whatever, but mentally that's the biggest battle everyone faces himself, but no one wants to face it, so they don't understand what I'm talking about. That's why I do this and we have these talks. But I think like everything that happened back then is a staple to show when I do become successful, when I do become a professional, when I do open my own gym, when I do have these people around me, as it's happened now, I've got people who are collaborating, working with me, instantly going on the mental health scene, rather than asking me, do you want me to just taking it off their own head. That makes me happy because I'm like, wow, you're doing that, and then that means all your people are seeing that, and rather than just my circle, it's circle and circles. Like you can't change. You can agree with me here. We can't change the world individually, can we?
no, but you can start the ripple effect off.
You can start the domino and ripple effect. Exactly, exactly, and that's it. I think everyone needs to hear it, man. Whether it's from me, whether it's from someone else, keep going, man. I've lost friends to suicide. I've nearly lost myself. Like I think I've got to the point in life where I hit rock bottom so bad. I was in a YMCA. I was homeless beforehand. Like that, I think it's living proof you could be successful to your own measure of success, not no one else's. And I always think it's always good to open up in the right channels and such and let it off your chest because that ticking time bomb, that war in your head ain't gonna last forever. It gets to a point where it's hard and you sit there with your head down and you won't be able to get it back up. So that's why I do all this. I want everyone to be aware you can do it. I did it. So can you.
Like you just said then, no, it's you've got to get to that point where you're pleasing and happy with yourself rather than trying to please others and look for their input. You've got to cut people out, and you really.
Self validation is the up until I'd say for 4 months ago, I never gave myself credit for anything. My mental health was good, but I never credited myself. Now I can start to credit myself because I'm seeing living proof of people, what's it called? I'm seeing living proof of people actually taking what I say and using it, like and being inspired by it. Like people I meet, I don't anything I do, I don't care what people think of me. I don't care if I come across as this, that. All I know is that I'm living proof. If you want to take the message, take it. If you don't, no worries. I hope you have a good life. I'm not. Sometimes I come across as like very. I don't know. I just take it, but obviously that's the ADHD or very. It's passion. All of this is passion. Like everything I do, it's not a project where like it's wow, I want to make loads of money one day. Wow, I want to become. I don't care if I go pro or not. Only reason I want to go pro is because that's how my message is going to reach the world. It's
Yeah.
not because it's going to make me money. I don't care materialistic. All I care about is that little kid, that image of me as a little kid in my head, receiving that message and turning their life around early as they can, rather than me having to hit this age, go through homelessness, go through really bad situations in life, nearly lose my own life to myself, nearly lose that war in my head because there was no other voice out there telling me to be okay. I want to heal me instead of me healing my inner child. I want to heal other people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get
That's
you.
my purpose. That's my purpose. Whether I've had to go through that and be a pincushion all my life for that, that's what I'm not religious. That's maybe what God planned. That's maybe what the fate has planned. That's maybe what anything has planned. But I know none of this feels forced. Everything feels right. Everything's flowing. Everything's lining up correctly. And yeah, I'm proud to be who I am today. And for me to say that is a big thing.
No, that's
So
brilliant. Like you says, do you think you had to go through them hardships for you to be in this place to put the message out?
I wouldn't change any of it. Hand on my heart, I would not change a single loss. Obviously, I wish everyone was still around me today who I've lost, but I feel like that happening molded me. It's I can't expect. It's like clay. You can't every time you grip it and you make it and you mold it. That's what's happened. If I missed what if one of them one things didn't happen to me, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you today. I could be doing something else where I couldn't have had. I might not have the same output. It's like the butterfly effect. If that one thing didn't happen, this thing could not happen. But all I know now is it's like a train going forward, man. I'm not stopping. I am not stopping. Whether I lose, win, I don't care. Boxing is the platform. Boxing is my passion. Boxing is my medicine. Like that's I've said it in every single podcast. You hear me say it time and time again. I was medicated so heavily, and the moment I stepped into a gym, that was my medication. I didn't need anything else. I didn't need anything. That that's my medicine, like social medicine, my anxiety medicine, my hyperactive medicine, combat sports and general gym environments, even for fitness, I feel aids every single little tick list for ADHD, Asperger's, and most neurodiversities. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like people without families, you go into that boxing gym, you can have a drug dealer and a policeman training on the same bag. Do you know what I mean? There's no stigma. They
Yeah.
don't care who you are. As long as you come in with the same energy and respect, you've got a family. Like this, I feel like boxing, my boxing gym has healed so many of my wounds. Like I feel like they haven't even plastered it. They stitched it and the stitches have gone. Do you know what I mean? I'm healed. And that's what boxing has done for me. So I want others to go down that path, whether it be for fitness or competing. But do it, man. Break like as you said earlier about getting up and doing it. It's like a door with a thin layer of cling film on it. All it's about is getting through that door.
Yeah.
You've got to get past that barrier. I was scared to walk into the boxing gym. The first one I walked into, I was scared. My friend had to keep coming with me. I was scared. I was anxious. As a man, as a woman, whatever, but it's a very anxiety building like exercise. You're going into a room full of fighters who you've never met, and but I'm telling you, do it. It would be the best thing you could ever do. Best thing I ever did. I don't think anything has ever made my life more productive and consistent. And obviously with autism and Asperger's, routine is a massive thing. Boxing gives me that routine. Boxing gives me that social fix. Boxing gives me everything I need. And without boxing, I don't think I'd still be here. That's my personal one. Other people have different doors, but it's the same little cling film barrier on the door for everybody. Just sitting in that dark room right now, curled up, thinking life's over. It's not. Get up, go through the door, open it, kick it, headbutt it, whatever. Just get through it, and you'll do well. You'll do well. Like the moment you can self-validate yourself, you won't need anyone else's opinion, and that's the biggest flex more than any money. Your own mental well-being.
Do you think they're too quick now to medicate instead of promoting something like sports, combat, boxing, whatever it may be?
As a great man once said, you know who I'm going to say, I know who I'm going to say. Frank says boxing should be Frank Gilfeather said it should be back in schools. I think, I don't even think, when I become a professional, that will be a petition. That will be an optional petition for boxing to be optional in schools. If you taught kids boxing nowadays, do you think there'd be knife violence? Do you think there'd be gang violence? There'd be a lot less of it. There'd be no issues. There'd be a lot less bullying. There'd be a lot more discipline and respect. That's the reason why our generation has so many different offshoots, but nothing's actually helping. They're quick to medicate because it's the easy situation. The care system, not being no offense to anybody, but has failed so many people. Just the other day, a girl, I don't know who it was, but a girl died. Right now, she jumped off a roof of a shopping center. Like I'm seeing these things, and I physically cry. Not just because of someone's loss, because it's another warrior lost to a long list of mental health failures and failures of the system and support circles and structures. Like if our country is an amazing country, it's an amazing country, but there needs to be more effort put on the mental health sector and mental health, individual mental health needs, not characteristics and brackets. And this is a sign of this. It needs to be individual, because if every child was individually assessed, we wouldn't have all these misdiagnoses, all these suicides, all this bullying, all these issues. Everyone would feel accepted. As like everyone says, okay, I support every single thing in life. I support everything. I have no qualms. There is so much Don't get controversial. There's so much focus on LGBT, for instance. Do we have parades? We have everything. Do we have mental health parades? No, we rarely do. We have runs. We have events. Do we have parades and celebrations? No, we don't. But you have it for a sexual orientation. But you don't have it for something that every single person has, regardless of religion, race, gender, orientation. Like I think it's disgusting because of what it is, but I think it's disgusting because of the actual like the prelude of it. You can celebrate something that's optional or maybe not optional, but you can't celebrate something that can save so many lives. Like I actually don't understand it, but that's why we do what we do. That's why we do raise awareness and we shout it from the rooftops. Like I think this country and most countries have failed people. They failed themselves. Mental health is it's our own war. Look at Ricky Hatton, for instance, God rest his soul. Hatton, a great, an amazing professional, an amazing advocate for mental health, an inspiration to so many generations. He sold Vegas for he put the UK boxing in Vegas. Like, and even he couldn't win that battle. And that's saying something. A warrior, a champion, couldn't win that battle. But look at me. I'm going to win that battle because I've seen someone like him has inspired me and shown me like, if you don't talk out about it as much, this is what can happen. God rest his soul. But I feel like people in life fall early to show others that they need to carry on that journey. It's like passing the baton. And whether that be rhetorical or physical, that's how I feel. That's how I take any traumas, anything bad that happens in life. It's passing the baton. You've got to keep pushing through the fire. Remember the fireman speech. We are firemen. It's the same thing in life. You can be a fireman in the room, but be a fireman in your own mind. Put out that fire, the fire of doubt, that fire of that cloud, that fog. Relax, breathe, break through the barrier, and I'm telling you, your life will be better.
Definitely, definitely. What was life like growing up for you and from an early age?
Horrible, horrible. I didn't have the best upbringing. No fault of my parents. No fault of my parents. Obviously, my mum obviously had me younger. Um, yeah, it's my nana, my grandma, she raised me well. My mum raised me well. My stepdad raised me well. When I was back in contact with my father, he raised me well, whatever. But I feel like me growing up, it wasn't the best. I'm originally from Hackney, East London. Obviously, Hackney is a very multicultural area and such. I'm Turkish. I was born here. Like, yeah, I was growing up primary school. You don't have many cares. It's when I hit secondary, that's when I feel like my traumas started to bleed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like growing up, your brain can go here or there, but when I hit secondary, that's when bullying started. That's when I realized I was the odd one out, and I started being the clown to get attention. When you're the clown, you're attracted to one type of attention, and then yeah, went to the point I was bringing stress home to my mum to the point where I couldn't be at home anymore. Mum made the difficult decision. We agreed on it for me to go into supported living. I was medicated, lived through supported livings most of my life. Got kicked out of a few of them until I eventually left. Was kicked out, become homeless, and if I'm honest with you, it's the best thing that ever happened to me. Sounds crazy, but that's all I can wrap up from my childhood. Like my childhood, that is a box in my head, and I always face it. I always face it, but I use it productively. I don't use the traumas as issues. I use it as fuel. So it like burns away the bad things,
yeah,
but not to be forgotten. Not to be forgotten. To be remembered as this is where you come from. So growing up overall it was grueling and difficult. It was hard. It was very hard. Being different, being neurodiverse, which wasn't even a word back then.
no, it
Bear
weren't.
in
No,
mind, was very difficult. The bullying was relentless, and yeah, it was hard. But to any kids out there, obviously you listen to this going through bullying. Trust me, you're doing the better thing, not retaliating. It's don't feed someone else's fire. So obviously, I'm a doorman, for instance. My thing I've always said to people, the same in life. If you are, because some of the people, sorry, being bullied are bigger. They're bigger than their bullies, but not mentally, because these bullies are so small-minded that they obviously appear bigger. Don't retaliate to these people. You are the victim right now, yeah? The moment you retaliate, they become your victim because you're going to hurt them. And they're not going to hurt you. They can pinch you, they can punch you, they can knock you down, but they're not going to hurt you. For someone to survive bullying itself, you're a warrior. You're a warrior anyway. You're a warrior. You still turn up every day. especially school somewhere that's mandatory. Like you're doing better than anyone you can imagine. Most people who have got bullied in school, whether it's statistically proven or not, most people who ain't popular in school are successful nowadays. The ones that were popular, they're still living out their popularity. That right now, I don't diss anyone who claims anything. I don't diss anyone who's living in supporting anything, but they're not productive members of society. Most of them are drug dealers. Most of them are criminals. Most of them are scumbags, respectfully, who are the popular ones in school. You've got the odd bunch who have done well, but most of them still living off that. I was popular in school, so I can do what I want. Doesn't work in the real world. Do you know what I mean?
Did you find much of that being different? A lot of bullying going on.
Yeah, I was relentlessly bullied, relentlessly, by a couple. But there was some people in there who, at a young age, they knew it was wrong, so they didn't get involved and they supported me. I'll never forget those people. Like when I become professional, it's going to be a lot of reaching out to people from when I was in school, and I feel like I'm going to be proud of them for what they've achieved, and they're going to be proud of me, and that's it. Like I'm never going to change. I'm never going to change no matter what happens in my life. Like this is my mission and my journey. I feel like it's a religion. Do you know what I mean? People are like this for religion, but this ain't for religion. This is for the war we all have, which you can't say no one has it because we all do. We all have chemicals in our brain. We
Yeah.
all have thoughts. We all have a brain. You can't ever tell me I'm wrong. No one can because it's my personal experience. No one's going to go through the same thing as me. But that's why I'm so open and transparent about it, because you could pick parts out and that might be the plaster someone's needs to stop that bleeding or stop that wound. Do you know what I mean?
Did it put much of blocks on go? Well, obviously it put blocks on going through life, but with jobs, going forward with relationships, friendships, did it put blocks on that?
I feel like, if I'm honest with you, it sounds crazy. I'm happy it happened to me. It sounds so bad. Only because of now and now where I am now. Like I feel like it does in the time, but I feel like that is the biggest like, pressure builds diamonds thing you can ever have. Going through hardships at a young age to mature at a younger age. I wish I could have my childhood back, but I believe I could save a lot of others without. So I feel like no, it does put a lot of pressure in the time, but I promise you, in the long run, that's the plan that was made for you by fate itself. I'm not religious, so I say by fate itself. Then that's the plan that's done for you. Just grit it, do what you're doing, get out there, go do a combat sport, go do something to do with fitness, release those endorphins, and trust me, you'll become a productive member, overproductive member of society. Like, I feel like the blocks were there, but now they're no longer existent. There's still blocks in some of these people's lives who weren't being bullied. Like job wise, I worked since I was 14. I worked for a property maintenance company across the road from my house. This guy called Stephen of Phoenix Property Services. He showed me my first experience at work. I then worked for home base. I then got on site. I was laboring. I got into security, obviously keeping people safe because that's another thing in life. And then yeah, now boxing, sponsored, working, like everything's together. I'm happy. And I've got obviously the honor of speaking to people like you and other podcasters like who want to hear my story, and it's humbling. It's very humbling because you can go from that kid who was sitting in the corner of the room crying to being the voice and a beacon of light. So it stopped me. It blocked a lot of things, but I feel like it shot open the gates rather than closing the doors.
How did you first get introduced to the boxing? What made you first go?
First of all, I had a charity event. I wanted to do it for charity. So I thought there was obviously UWCB white collar. I thought, you know what? I really wanted to see what it's like to do it. So I went and done it. Went to a boxing gym. I won. I got TKO. I got a TKO in the second round after a knockdown. Um, and then obviously I went through more hardships with relationships and such, and I stopped. But I felt great back then. I felt great. And then when I was homeless and I got put in the YMCA, there was a boxing gym. There was a normal gym, sorry, across the road, a commercial gym. And I found that hitting the bag was therapeutic. The rhythm, just everything was so like mind-numbingly calm that I kept doing it. To the point where I come in one day, the bag was off, it broke. I was there at Christmas Day, I was there boxing, I was there my birthday, I was there every day in that gym. Every evening I'd walk to that gym. And then when I got I obviously had my first fight on Fight Zumi, had the coaching, whatever, and then I fell in love with it. I see how it changed people's lives around me. People started going gym because of me. People started boxing because of me. People would messaging me that you're inspiring. And I feel like that just lit the gasoline, and then the bonfire went. And then I haven't stopped. I haven't stopped ever since. Every single day, whether win or lose, bad day, good day, hurt or not, I turn up and I do it. Like it puts a genuine smile on my face. Like it's insane.
I say it must have been hard. Like you said, it was daunting walking into the gym, and it is for anybody who's not struggling. So how did you find that courage to first step into that gym?
There's no advice I can give you other than get up and do it. You will never know until you try. And if you don't like it, at least you can say you tried. Life is full of ifs and buts, but when I'm 80 years old and I'm on my deathbed and I've got a prodigy or a son or something who's carrying on my journey, I can say I did it. If you never went through that door, you can never say you did it. Beat the anxiety, get through that barrier. Because I'll be honest, it's very hard to get better without breaking through that barrier. It's about getting up, gritting your teeth, and pushing on. Like, I did it because I had no other choice. I wouldn't be here. It was all or nothing. The moment I found that rhythm, I clung onto it like a rope in a bloody well. Like I was gonna drown if not. I literally felt like I was drowning every single day. And that rope came down, which was boxing, and I pulled it and I climbed up that rope and I haven't stopped, still climbing it. I can't even see the well anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I feel like you just got to grit your teeth and go. I can't get you to do it. No one can. You yourself. Only you versus you right now. You can do it. Anyone can do it. Just get through that door, and I promise you, you'll never look back. You'll close it behind you and never look back.
I think people have got to be open to the help as well, haven't they? You've got to reach that point in your own life where you're open to that help.
But that's where there's a misconception because getting help is so many different things, but you can only help yourself. When you're at that low point, no one knows you're down there. No one knows you're drowning. Only you can put your hand up to ask for help, which is fair enough, but that's another option. But if you was to put your hand up and the rope comes, that's what I mean. Because anyone can tell you to do something, but I'm not going to tell anyone as I do all the time. I'm going to show you. I'm living proof that this can happen and you can turn your life around by getting through that door. So there's nothing else I can say on it. Just do it, please. Like you won't know until you try. Don't be another statistic. Don't be another stat where we've lost another warrior. Please just get up and do it. And if you can't find that motivation, exactly what you said, speak to your friends, open up. Because as I say about Andy's Man Club, it's okay to talk. I've always said this. They're a massive mental health men's charity. Obviously, women as well, separate charities. It's all I have to do so because that's the one close to my heart. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like there's so many people out there, but they're hard to come by, and they're hard. There's so many people coming to them. They're hard. This is why I do what I do. So anyone can look at me. You can find me anywhere, and you'll see living proof. I could be fighting tomorrow before I get anything. I'll still reply to a message if someone's struggling. Do you know what I mean? Like, just do it.
Well,
Just like Nike, just do it. Just do it.
well, that's the good thing, isn't it? You're not just saying the words, you're showing the actions. The actions speak louder than
brother,
words.
brother, before I even had my first ever podcast or interview, I was doing this. This is me just reiterating. That's all
Yeah.
it is. Like, I will never ever say something I haven't nor want to do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
That's where you become an influencer. That's where you become a full. It sounds so silly. I'm not religious, but it's like a false prophet. So it's like that's where you become a false beacon of hope, and they're dangerous. And I never want that to be that person. Like right now, I'm not as as I usually would be. I'm more emotional because I'm fighting tomorrow. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
just on my way and I'm ready. But any other time, anyone else, you guys know, whoever's looking at this, you know how I am. Obviously, you have probably seen my stuff before. You
Yeah.
know how energetic I am. Right now, I'm just in the warrior mode, but physical rather than mental. Obviously, they both play a part, but the gears are turning, man. The gears are turning. I'm ready for tomorrow, and I'm ready to keep practicing what I preach, get it done. Obviously, I'm competing. You don't have to compete. You still do it for fitness.
Yeah.
Even getting in there around people, it's inspiring. I'm training beside champions. I'm like, wow, like you're amazing. You're actually an inspiration to me. Like, it's nuts. It's nuts.
What's the overall end goal for you, boxing wise, and for the word that you're spreading? What's the overall goal?
I want to be like Frank. I want to be like Frank. I want to youth advocate. I want to bring back traditional values, and I really, really want to open my own gym. I want to have a accessible boxing area in my gym, obviously physical impairments. I want to have youth systems, amnesty bins. I want to have so much. I've got so many plans. I want to open a gym. I want to make it free. I want to make it government funded, and I want it to be for youths, whereas we have no youth centers anymore. I want it to be mental health related. I want everything. I want it to be the most safest haven people are struggling in many aspects in life. And you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it in every. I'm gonna do it as much as I can. But that's why I put my head on the line. That's why I do all these fights. Why I do all this, because that's my end goal. That's my pinnacle. And then I'm gonna hand that to someone. They're gonna carry on. It's gonna be the exact same thing. That ripple effect's gonna keep going. And I really appreciate people like you for giving me a platform to have the voice. So it means a lot.
No, it's great to have you on, and it's inspiring what you're doing. Obviously, we advocate for a lot ourselves, but like we've found, once you like with you, once you're that determined, there ain't no one going to stop you.
There's no more discipline. There's no more motivation. It's discipline. It's edged. It's etched into me. I haven't got motivation is a good start, but you'll know when you're disciplined when you're literally waking up and you're like, I can't move. You're like, you know what? I have to keep going. Like it's survival for me. If I don't do it, I wouldn't survive. And I found my medicine. So guys, I can't remember. Dr. Cos is prescribing you boxing as the medicine, man. Let's get it done. Everyone, honestly, that's my personal one.
And for people that are listening in, where can they follow your journey? Can they get involved even?
Causa underscore boxing on Instagram. My DMs are always open for anyone who wants to get involved, any advice, even a general conversation. I'm always there to speak. Um, yeah, that's my main place, man. If I'm honest, Instagram, Causa underscore boxing, and
I admire the journey you're on and what you're doing,
that means a lot. Thank you. That
and
means a lot.
we wish you all the best going forward for your journey, neurodiversity, and for your boxing journey, just in life in general.
That means the world. It's, we're here, man. We ain't stopping. I'm coming for it. I'm coming for it. Whatever it takes. I don't care how many times I break, how many times it breaks me, I break it. I'm coming for it, man. And nothing, no one is going to stop me, whatever hurdles. I've won the war. I'm winning the war against my head. Trust me. I want everyone else to say the same.
Ladies and gentlemen, follow him, CORRIE Mustafa, and good luck with your fight tomorrow as well.
I will update you tomorrow, man. Thank you so much for having me, brother.
No, that's brilliant, mate. Thank you.